have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond, worry no more. Because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Kairaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980-8483, 340-9400 or 635-9906.
Statement by the Gambian civil society on the recent attacks on freedom of speech and expression by the President of the Republic of the Gambia. 2nd of May 2022 was Eid al-Fitr, the culmination of a month of prayer and fasting, a day marked for forgiveness and reconciliation, a day for family and friends to celebrate together, an opportunity for a nation in pain to heal and bond together. It was on this holy day that the President of our Republic decided to defile with remarks threatening to infringe on the rights and freedom of expression and speech of a citizen, the media, civil society, and indeed the nation as a whole, thereby causing division and anger across our dear motherland. A day just before World Press Freedom Day. During his message to religious elders at State House, President Barrow stated, and I quote, "Some people want to burn the country. One of them is Madi Jobarteh. He said he is from civil society," unquote, accusing a hard-working citizen of intending to set the nation ablaze, cause chaos, fitna, without an iota of evidence, is sad to say the least. He further called out the media fraternity for giving Mr. Jobarteh a platform to incite violence, which we consider to be an insult to our national intelligence. Furthermore, the President, roping in civil society in his statement, reminds us vividly of the days of dictatorship during which we, civil society, were branded enemies of the state and enemies of national development. We recall the heated political campaign season that preceded the recently held presidential elections on December 4th, 2021, during which statements were made by the President promising to clamp down the fundamental rights of Gambians if or when given a second term in office. As a matter of fact, the President's campaign had on some occasions allowed speech that was more potent to set the country on fire. Tal Dekabi. But we as a nation, notwithstanding, decided to waive those threats, taking them as mere political rhetoric, believing that a caring and responsible leader that has lived through dictatorship and all the horrors it propelled will never again allow our dear motherland to live through such brutality as was meted out to her sons and daughters. Sadly, 5 short months later, Gambian civil society, the media fraternity, and indeed a noble citizen in the person of Mr. Madi Jobarteh, are feeling the first punch of keeping his promised threat of clamping down voices of dissent. We gather in peace, as you see in our dress code, to highlight and to express our grave concern over the blatant attack on our fundamental rights and freedoms by the highest office in the land. Have Gambians forgotten so quickly how Yahya Jammeh started? How he branded anyone that spoke against him as an enemy of the state, and how he used the state machinery to instill fear and eventually silence us? Have we forgotten how people started disappearing? Have we forgotten the dark period in our history that even in the privacy of our homes, we will have to look over our shoulders before saying anything about the government, even to talk about the hardships we face? Dictatorship indeed has a start date. Civil society has not forgotten. And that is why we come today to the home of NGOs and CSOs, Tango, to demonstrate our distaste at such remarks unbecoming of a statesman. We come to remind our leaders that the horse has already bolted out from the stable. Gambians cannot go back to the days of tyranny. Never again. Mr. President, fellow compatriots, I think it is apt at this juncture to point and give you a brief history lesson, lest we forget. Who is Madi Jobarteh? Madi Jobarteh was a member of the Gambian Students' Union, GAMSU, at Forobe College in the University of Sierra Leone, and he was one-time president of the union between the academic year 1997-98. Amongst his numerous engagements, he was chief State House correspondent and later producer at Radio Gambia in the early 90s. He hosted the traditional GAMSU symposium at the Gambia High School in 1995. He was banned in 1994 from conducting the popular Saturday Current Affairs show. He was singled out in April 2000 by the then government for his uncompromising pressure on then ministers to tell the truth about the students' demonstration. As a result, the GRTS management banned Madi Jobarteh from attending government functions or interviewing the president or ministers. He joined civil society, worked for the Gambia Family Planning, the Foundation for Legal Aid Research and Empowerment, and Tango, conducted several public lectures, workshops, and symposia on human rights in the country. Under Tango, he launched a massive human rights education program across the country, targeting policymakers, National Assembly members, law enforcement agencies, local government institutions, traditional and religious leaders, as well as civil society organizations and communities. In 2016, his voice became louder and against dictatorship and in support of the coalition government led by President Barrow. He continues to engage with civil society to support any effort that is aimed to empower citizens to become active players in the affairs of their country. It was Madi Jobarteh, as one of the drafters of CSO's statement in defense of electoral integrity on the 5th of December, 2021, that was behind the keyboard typing out our statement. I can highlight many more interventions by this noble gentleman. What the above indicates is that the life of Madi has been dedicated to the Gambia and for the empowerment of the people, the building of democracy and the maintenance of peace in this country. Madi's engagement in this country, his engagements in this country are only geared towards maintaining peace, strengthening democracy and good governance, and protecting human rights. Every citizen, I repeat, every citizen has an inherent right to criticize its government, and that right must be protected and not threatened or taken away. The people defied the odds to elect into office Mr. President, and the people will do all in their power to guard against any infringement of their rights in any shape or form. Mr. President, Gambian civil society is diverse and vibrant and have complemented the efforts of government since the 1970s. We have worked with communities and will continue to do so in different parts of this country, intervening in areas of health, education, agriculture, disaster relief, gender, children and women, good governance, transitional justice, human resource development, elections, monitoring and observation, conflict mitigation and resolution, mediation, support to victims of human rights violations, food security, refugee support, to name a few. In all these interventions, tremendous successes have been registered, as the government of the Gambia continually highlights. Most of these organizations are led by well-meaning Gambians who have sacrificed, at times going even without salaries, to ensure our country moves forward and not to descend into chaos. The contribution of the media towards the nation's development equally cannot be quantified. Their sacrifice cannot be repaid, and their image cannot be tarnished. They have suffered enough in the past, and we will not allow the media to suffer again. This same media continues to enlighten the populace, to provide timely information, ask the necessary and important questions, provide platforms to popularize government programs and policies, give prominence to the same politicians that speak against them. The media is our media. They are responsible Gambians. They mean well for their country, and they have no intention to destroy our country. Mr. President, fellow Gambians, our nation is plagued with a plethora of issues and challenges that are more of a potent force to set the nation alight. And these we want our government to address, rather than attack its citizens. The increase in corruption allegations without transparent investigations and prosecutions, the high cost of living, poor service delivery by public institutions, erratic power supply and internet connectivity, coupled with their outrageous charges, growing crime rate, fatal car accidents, high unemployment. The poor are getting poorer, and public servants continue to erect mansions and allocate land to themselves. The people are watching. To the executive, Mr. President, and your newly established cabinet, please recommit yourselves, your government, to guarantee the continued protection of our rights to speech, expression, and assembly. Let us work together to build our dear motherland. With this new cabinet in place, This is an opportunity to begin afresh, to move Gambia forward. May I humbly give you, Mr. President, a quote from President Barack Obama. I quote, "As President of our country and Commander-in-Chief of our military, I accept that people are going to call me awful things every day, and I will defend their rights to do so," unquote. To our religious leaders, remember your sacred call to lead us in accordance with the dictates of the Almighty, to speak truth to power always, to fear God and not men, to be content and maintain your integrity, because indeed one day we will all surely give an account for our deeds. To all Gambians, from whence we came, let us remember from whence we came, and to be resolute that never again will we allow any form of tyranny. Let a new Gambian be born, a patriotic Gambian, loving country more than self, willing to support the cause of national development, a Gambian that sees public service as just that, service to the people. Together, we can build a brand Gambia and make our children proud. We cannot give up, and we will not give up. Better days are ahead of us. Gambia is our Gambia. For the Gambia, our only homeland. Thank you very much for
I get it. Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. What's that? Nsila ID soto.
That's soto. Sorry. I get it.
Bijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbale.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannom number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi ma nin domorol ni fana beteata. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat ha.
Apelenta
baraka ni na lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
We live in a day and age where technology is creating a world without borders, filled with unlimited potential to improve the lives of the people around us. Innovarex Global Health ushers in a new way of leveling the playing field with increased access to quality healthcare services delivered at your doorstep. Our qualified professionals are equipped with state-of-the-art point-of-care testing technology to conduct tests such as kidney function, liver function, electrolyte tests, body composition, hemoglobin, A1C, and many more services with the highest efficiency in delivering results. The addition to our flagship Wellness on Wheels, more fondly known as WOW Delivery Service, brings the entire clinical experience full circle. Are IGH has remained committed to creating the future of healthcare delivery. Gone are the days of sending loved ones outside the country for basic medical services. Innovarex Global Health offers a new peace of mind and takes pride in delivering the quality of care